This Week in Connecticut with Dennis House starts now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dennis House. Straight ahead today, a new era in Bristol. We'll meet the new Chief of Police, Mark Morello, who joins us today along with the Mayor, Jeff Caggiano. Air travel records smashed this summer. Why are people flying more during the summer? And what is the future of Bradley International Airport? Bradley Public Information Officer Brian Spiros is with us. And what's up with Wolcott? Mayor Tom Dunn is in studio. And NBA dreams for UConn stars becoming instant millionaires as they head to the big time. First up, though, the lead. The police department in the city of Bristol has been through so much in recent years. They now have a new leader, a new chief, Mark Morello. And we'll talk with him and the mayor, Jeff Caggiano, in just a moment. But first, Tim Harfman has the story of Morello's swearing in.
Thank you.
A thunderous applause and standing ovation for Chief Mark Morello as he's sworn in Wednesday as Bristol's Chief of Police.
The department's been amazing. It's an amazing place to be a police officer, and I couldn't think of anywhere else to be.
Morello is Bristol's 14th police chief. He's served the department for 24 years and is already hitting the ground running.
What we've done is reallocated some of our school resource officers in the summer to go and do community outreach regarding homelessness, mental health, and it's really a pilot program.
The Middletown native, husband, and father of 4 rose through the ranks of Bristol's police department, including the K-9 unit, detective and sergeant divisions, and graduated from the FBI's National Academy.
He's touched every single department. For 24 years now, he has really helped lead this department.
He also led the department through tragedy in 2022 when Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamzy were killed in an ambush-style attack.
The best way to honor Dustin and Alex are to carry on their legacy. They were amazing police officers, they're amazing humans, they really impacted the community.
When the whole department goes through that tragedy, they see the face of the mayor perhaps, and they also see Chief Gould. But they didn't see behind the scenes the 2 deputy chiefs who have done amazing things.
Then Deputy Chief Morello led the department behind Chief Brian Gould, who retired in April. Gould's advice?
Take it slow, ride the brake. There's a lot, it becomes overwhelming, but he is so prepared for this position.
Prepared, but ready to improve.
Make ourselves better, be responsive to the community needs, and really grow with the rest of the city.
In Bristol, Tim Harfman, News 8.
And joining me now is the new police chief of the great city of Bristol, Mark Morello, and the mayor, Jeff Caggiano. And Mayor and Chief, good to see you here.
Good to see you, Dennis.
Good to be here. So congratulations on your new job, but I want to ask the mayor first, why'd you hire him?
First of all, he was one of the few candidates, and there's a long story behind that, but, I think the department came behind him. He was highly recommended by Chief Gould, and the rest of the department realized that after 24 years of experience, with literally a touch in every single one of the divisions or past experiences, it's a natural progression that works really well in Bristol. We've all been through quite a bit, and Deputy Chief Morello at the time helped us get it through that, and this is going to be a very easy transition for the police force.
And Chief, what does it mean to you on a personal and emotional level to be the chief of this force?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. Starting a career as a new police officer 24 years ago, and now almost seems like in the blink of an eye, here I am in a chief's role, and it's really humbling and exciting at the same time.
Where does the force stand right now in terms of staffing and where you'd like to be?
So we're in a really good position at the moment. We're very close to our allotted manpower of 122 officers, and we're looking to fill those last few openings, and we just had a closing with our last testing process. So we're looking to really be at full capacity within the next few months.
I want to talk a little bit about the Inspector General's report, which of course came out just before we began this taping. And going through it, I think that so many people, as they read it, will just realize the danger and the peril that police officers put themselves into on a daily basis. What did you get out of reading that report?
I would say that echo your sentiments. Law enforcement is an honorable career. It takes a special person to be a police officer, and I really, really value the men and women that work at the Bristol Police Department, the jobs and risks that all law enforcement take each and every day, And you know, we're just grateful to be in a supportive community.
Chief, as you read this report, I mean, Mayor, as you read this report to go through it was a horrible night, but to read it again, what were your feelings?
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to review it, and it will open up some wounds perhaps, but we respect the report and are very happy to see that it was as comprehensive as it was. It was one of those things that we wouldn't want to relive, but we need to do it to make sure that things are complete.
What did you learn from this report in terms of how to move forward?
Well, I think the report itself is, you know, stands alone. I think what we learned was supporting each other, and not necessarily from the report, but from a standpoint of camaraderie, being there to support each other when we had such a, you know, impact to our agency and our community. So that was the biggest takeaway from what happened that night.
In the wake of the report, as you sit down with the men and women of your force and you prepare them to go forward, what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them that I respect what they do every day. I recognize that the best way to move forward is to do the job to the best of their ability, to serve the community of Bristol to the best of their ability. And that's really what made Alex and Dustin such remarkable officers, because they did that every day. And the best way to honor them is to go out there and carry out that legacy.
What's the latest on the permanent memorial? Where does that stand, Mayor?
We're definitely in limbo on that. We have a police station that is aged quite a lot and actually has an awful lot of work. So we're trying to move pieces around, and we have made the decision that that memorial will be wherever the new police station is. Could be in the same place that it is in now, but in my heart of hearts, I'm hoping that we get to move the police station and build a new complex. We don't quite have a space for it yet, but we're working on it.
Chief, as you look back to when you were a rookie and all the years and all the things you've been through, and there have been some really difficult chapters in being a police officer, what kind of things would you impart to someone you'd be hiring?
Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's really, when I speak to new officers, my biggest message to them, right? Don't lose sight of what law enforcement is about. The police are the community, and the community are the police. And it's absolutely important that you take an extra second to go above and beyond. And as I said today during my speech, you have meaning and impact in everything that you do as a police officer. And you know, you have your television shows and your police shows that show the excitement, but impact doesn't necessarily have to be so dramatic. Impact could be helping somebody across the street or waving to a little kid, and you know, that has impact and meaning.
So many mayors, first selectmen, and police chiefs have told me that it's difficult to hire officers nowadays because there's been so much criticism of police nationwide that the numbers have gone down in terms of the number of applicants. And if you were sitting across a potential applicant to say, here's why you should be a police officer, what would you tell him or her?
Because this is the greatest job that anybody could have, in my opinion. It offers your ability to really, as I said earlier, impact somebody in a positive way, change somebody's life like no other. Get justice for somebody who needs justice, who's a victim of a crime, and bringing that suspect to justice. But also compassion, and you know, we have a huge role in society. It's imperative that we uphold our end of the bargain. We do our job well, we do it with integrity, and if we do those things, the community is going to continue to support us through thick and thin.
And as you hear these stories in maybe other cities and towns about defunding police and things like that, what's your reaction to that?
That definitely makes the hair on the back of my neck bristle. And, you know, when you've lived through something like we've lived through together, become very close to our police force, and I'm very protective of them because they will put their life on the line for us. It's one of those things that gets twisted, I think, that's probably not that bad. And Bristol itself showed, I think, the true colors of the community as well. As you know, the town is still lit up blue pretty dramatically, and we're behind our police.
I was in traffic behind a car in Hartford today with a Bristol police sticker on the back window.
Yep.
When you go to different parts of the state or even different parts of the country and you say, I'm from Bristol, Connecticut, what do people say to you?
I think people recognize Bristol for its great community. It's supportive of its police department. Even before all the tragedies that we suffered, the community has always been supportive. Even when I started as a police officer, 24 years ago, I've always been amazed at the support, because in talking to other agencies and other officers, not everybody has that experience with their community. And that's what makes Bristol unique. That's what makes our police department unique, that trust, that bond that we have with the community.
So I get asked often how the widows are doing and also how Officer Alec Iorato is doing. How is he doing?
He's doing well.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Mayor Jeff Caggiano and Chief Mark Morello, we thank you so much for being with us here today, and congrats on your new job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And when we come back, summer travel is here, and that means hitting the skies.